Good morning, traders. So, still using the Bull-Williams theory and looking at the DAX. Uh, yeah, third day in a row now where we've got a spinning top or a range bar on the daily. And it really, I don't know how to put it, it's putting me a little bit on edge because overall we've got an uptrend. We had a pretty good rally in the US markets, but nothing really followed through on the DAX. So there's a lot of indecision clearly on the DAX with their political landscape as well. What's going on. But for me, there's still no clear direction here as to whether we're going to continue to the upside or not. Looking at the 4-hour, you can see we've had lots of tails down, up, bottom. We were trending. We bounced off the alligator, back up, inside tail. So, jury's out. This could still be a sort of a building a short here to break through the alligator, or it could just be sort of building its channel. Just line up this channel there. There it is there. So, or it could just be trading this channel until we break the channel for the upside. So that's pretty much what I would be waiting for, is a break of this channel, which is going to indicate a potential second move. Potential second move is pretty much that there. So in other words, what I'm saying is this is looking like a flag with a target point of 11,414 or 11,410, just to be safe. So 11,410 is pretty much the target area that we're looking at. Now, what that is pretty much a break above the weekly 200 EMA. Okay, so that weekly 200 EMA is still playing a big role. The thing that's concerning me on the DAX is that we've got this weekly divergence here. So we've got a high, lower high, 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 high. So that is continuation divergence. And if we look at the bigger trend, we haven't even hit that bigger trend line yet. Okay, so I think for as long as we are hovering by this 200 weekly EMA, this is kind of the price action we're going to get. Lots of indecision, lots of people trying to drive the price down because we are below the 200 EMA on the weekly. Where are we on the daily? And we're below it on the daily as well, but this trend line would line up with the daily 200 EMA. So I'm kind of, I would kind of believe that we're going to move up, then consolidate, then move up, then consolidate until we hit that 200 daily EMA. That's kind of what looks like is going to happen. So you can see we rally, sideways, rally, sideways, rally, sideways, rally, sideways, rally. Okay, so let's just get to the hour. Okay, now looking at the hour, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. The last 2 days, look at these big tails to bottom, top, big tails to bottom, tail, tail. And then we got this little bar here with the political noise that came out of the US last night. So is this a break of the alligator with the retest? Are we going to see a break of this channel? Okay, I suppose time will tell. But the key to the whole setup is not really going to be that fractal there, even though it looks like a close opportunity. You're looking at a break of this fractal. So 11,280 is the break you're looking for. Then you want to see price come back a little bit, test this break of the channel, and that's your confirmation to get in long. Okay, so the way it's looking right now, if I look at the futures market, DAX is 11,238, which I think if I 11,235, 11,238. So that line there is where we are. So we're kind of just at the high of yesterday right now. Okay, so I think looking at this, there's possibly a pretty good possibility we're going to get some direction now with the political noise out of the US. Maybe break this channel. If we do break this channel, that would then start giving me the confidence to get in long and hold out for a target of 11,410. Okay, I know the exact target is 11,414, but I'd rather just be a little bit below that because there are going to be people ambushing that target. Okay, so that's pretty much what I'm looking for. Looking for a break of this, but as I say, the validation is going to be a break above 11,280. Okay, let's just see if we can see something on the half hour. Okay, so the half hour, we do have a fairly interesting little setup here. Okay, so we have a, you look at it as that is a shoulder, or you can look at it as this is a shoulder, this is a head, and another shoulder with a break and a retest of this head and shoulders pattern. Okay, so let's just show you what I'm talking about here. So there was the first move up, there was the second move up, which target was hit pretty well. Now I want to see a bit of a pullback, and then it could be a pullback right back down to the alligator, and then my target is going to be the top of the range. Okay, and then obviously what I want to see off this, sorry, not range, channel. So off this channel, I want to see another move down, and then the break that'll come through. Okay, so just in saying that, we have got a half-hour break of this fractal. Well, it should start with that fractal there. So there's a break of the fractal. Trend is potentially up at the moment. It's a little bit topsy-turvy, as you've seen in the past, but there is a potential here that we have broken. We've got a nice acceleration through the alligator. I'd like to see a retest of this alligator. So in other words, this fractal here, that would be a long entry for me, okay, with a stop below the 200 moving average here. So let's just do that. So 11,160 is your stop, and I would say my entry here would be 11,197, or make it 11,200 just to be safe. So that gives us a 40-point stop loss here. Okay, so that's kind of my view of the world at the moment. It does look like a bit of a rounding bottom. It is a lower low. This is a wise man number one. Okay, and wise man number two on the half hour was pretty much 1, 2, 3, was a break of this tail here. That was my second entry, and then my third entry was on here. So technically speaking, through yesterday, working on the half hour, I should be in with 3 positions at the moment. Okay, I'm not. As I said yesterday, I sat in my hands, didn't like what I was seeing, but the setup that you see now is looking fairly interesting. So look for a pullback, and then we're looking for a long. Okay, pull back onto the alligator, long, keep your stop below the fractals, and you can bring your stops on the 12-minute fractals if you want to, although they do line up with the 30-minute. But that's pretty much what I'm looking for. Okay, and if you look at the 12-minute, you can see it's already lining up for an entry. So maybe what you're going to see is a gap close, 200 EMA, pullback, ideally down to 11,200. Then it's long again, and your first target is going to be the top of the channel. Second target is going to be a long-term target of 11,400. Okay. Whether I'm going to hold that over the weekend is another story. So we'll make a decision tomorrow. Anyway, guys, that's it for me on the DAX. I am looking for longs. It's starting to look like a potential channel break. Just bear in mind, we could tag the top of the channel and then fall all the way back down to the bottom as well. So you're going to have to keep those stops really tight. Pick a lower time frame, whether it's a 5-minute, 10-minute, 15-minute, 12-minute, doesn't matter. But that is your entry point. And best bit of advice I can give you, as soon as you're in and you're in profit, minimize your risk as much as possible by moving your stop up. Okay, and then see if we can get this break. I am anticipating this break. So to me, this move here, so this strong move up, we're just meandering down. This is just a retracement for me, and I'm expecting another move to the upside. Okay. Last thing, let's just have a quick look at the ichimoku. So you can see by looking at the hour, Kijinsen and Tikinson are apart, they're flat, we're in the cloud. So this is basically telling us more consolidation still to come. Okay, but it can take one candle for Kijinsen and Tikinson to move up, and this is pretty much works in the past. Okay, so Ichimoku is a 26, it's basing its calculations on 26 periods in the past and future. So that's why I say it's sometimes a little bit slow to pick up what's going on. If I look at the 4 hour, the trend is up. We have bounced off Kijinsen, and Kijinsen's pointing up. Okay, that is why I'm saying this is a consolidation, and we're looking for another entry to get in long. Okay, and ideally, we obviously want a higher low. If we look at the daily, it also starts to make sense of the pattern you see here. We're in the cloud, battling to break through the cloud. Okay, now Chico span has got quite a way to go to the cloud because that's its next form of resistance. And what I'm looking for is a break here, which will then bring Kijinsen straight up as well. So yeah, so this second move is the one I'm after. That's the one I'm looking for. Okay, and coincidentally, it does aim for that gap close to the upside. Okay, so anyway, guys, that's it for me today. I hope it helps. And looking for longs, assuming that this is a flag and anticipating a flag break, moving with a bigger trend here, which is up at this stage. Okay, anyway, guys, keep your stops tight and stay safe. Enjoy the day. I'll catch you later. Cheers for now.